All right, guys, it's day 3 of the cam. We are officially back at Ryan's house. Gonna start busting this out again where we left off last. We put the camshaft in, and he went to go thread the bolt into the camshaft, the VVT bolt, and it wasn't the right one. Turns out, we were given the right part. We were given the right part number in the right box, but whoever boxed it at or was it AC Delco one or no? Whoever boxed it at AC Delco put the wrong one in. So they put a VVT cam bolt in for a 14.53, and this one's an LC9. And so the box was right, but the part was wrong, and that threw off our whole weekend, wasted the whole weekend. So now it's Monday night, and we gotta try and knock this thing out in a couple nights here. We got the front diff pulled. He put a new pinion seal in and a new axle seal in because they were been leaking. We're gonna start, the cam is in, as you guys saw. Cam's in, we're gonna time it and then throw the oil pump on and all that stuff so that we can put the pan back on and get everything underneath the truck done. So we can lower this thing back down and we don't have to worry about anything else underneath the truck. That's the goal for tonight, especially, and then keep going if we can. Okay, she's timed and torqued. Now it's time to put her back together. Sounds easier than it is.
The only thing I'm worried about.
What?
When you're torquing it, it was probably just pulling the cam, doing it, but it felt weird like that pin wasn't on there all the way, but we couldn't move it on the cam, so I mean. So.
I hope it's okay.
The way my day has been, I don't trust anything now.
Yeah.
You know what? That ain't right. It's
What?
crooked. It's crooked, look it. It's not right. It's gonna come back off. I don't trust it.
Alright guys, so I'd say it's been about an hour since I last picked up the camera. We tightened everything down, we torqued it down. As we were torquing it down, the cam pin slid, well this technically slid off the cam,
came off.
And we torqued it down actually right there. So we couldn't tell if the pin got pushed in or not. So we were trying to decide if it was safe to run with that being at about 90 thousandths. The stock cam
Being in about 80,000.
the stock, no, like this is out 90 thousandths.
Oh, yeah.
The stock cam is 170 thousandths. So that's an 80 thousandths difference. We don't know if this one was like that from the from Texas Speed or not.
You'll never find a spec
But-
or anything either.
But we're gonna send it. We were just trying to debate whether or not it was safe, but we're gonna do it. So.
Calling a couple people.
Okay, after a good solid hour and a half now, we've got it timed correctly and it's seated on the cam correctly. Chain is behind the block surface. It's timed right. We're finally good to go. We can finally actually move forward. Alright guys, so this is the same video, but it's now been a week and a half. But
Heads are ready to go on.
we are going to, the goal is finish this thing tonight.
That thing's gotta go in first though.
Yeah. There was a COVID restriction, and then I had some military stuff for 4 days on a weekend, so that put us a week past where we should have been done. But
Could have had it done already, but
while I was gone, he got the timing cover on, he put the oil pan back on, he painted what he wanted to paint, and then he kind of just let it sit so that the day I get back, which is today, well I got back yesterday, but the day we can work on it, which is today, we can finally throw the heads on, and that's a 2-person job. And then get the fire up and then get it tuned. So right now we're gonna throw that in. And then once we get that in, we'll throw some heads on. Okay, after some struggling, the diff is in. Just gotta be tightened up. So Ryan's gonna go ahead and tighten that up right now. And then then we're done with this thing being jacked up. Then we can focus all on top end stuff.
Well, except for the header clamps, but we can do those.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's right. We gotta tighten up the headers, but we'll do that obviously after we throw the heads on. Okay, so he did already throw in the lifters, LS7 lifters, and the trays, and now we're gonna throw the heads on. We did forget to, he got a steam vent kit for the rear side, so we're gonna take that out.
Knock the old cord out that doesn't need to be there anymore. There we go.
Don't need that.
Don't need that no more. That's a steam port hole right there.
From factory, that's a steam port. There
and then we knocked, there was a plug in there. In fact, on a truck there is. Some cars it's open, but you were telling the camera.
Oh, this is
when you buy ARP bolts, ARP doesn't have you tighten to the factory specifications. They have you tighten them to their own specs. So GM will say, I think it's 22, then like 90, then 70, where ARP tells you to torque it in these steps, but use the factory torque sequence essentially with their bolts. So,
cool.
I mean, ARP is the best there is, so.
Alright guys, so we got the heads on and torqued. And he's throwing on the valley cover, which
Most Raceworks valley cover looks mint.
Deleting the DOD.
It looks so freaking good on there too.
Alright guys, so this is the, hopefully the final day of putting this back together. Ryan is making AN lines for his steam kit.
Yes, I know I don't have an AN wrench, but...
And I'm gonna go show you what he did today. I just got here, so he's got pretty much the motor is all assembled. Heads, valve covers, intake, all that good stuff. Just gotta throw on, gotta finish putting this on, the water pump, all the accessories. Gotta throw the radiator in, the fans on, oil coolant, we gotta put the headers up. So there's quite a good amount of stuff to do yet, but we're gonna get knocking it out. All right, we've got the headers bolted up. Been working on this for about 45 minutes. Ryan's been in here tinkering away on all the wiring harnesses, the coil brackets, intake, injectors, all that kind of stuff. The brackets up front, the alternator. We got to throw the water pump on still. Everything underneath is good. Just kind of tightening stuff, or finishing up some little things. All right, update. Motor is fairly assembled. We put the radiator and the fans in. Water pump's on. We just got to connect all the lines pretty much. He's doing the lines over there. And we're getting close. All right. Throwing the intake on.
Unless something drastic.
Fill it with coolant and oil.
I got balance.
All right, we got oil in it. We gotta hook the battery up. Intake piping, all that's good. Radiator's on. Accessory drives are on. We are ready to start here shortly.
I say, hey, my kid testifies, so what do you think?
You ready, guy?
Not at all.
No? You better be ready.
I felt
No, I didn't check the oil. Let me check. All right, guy, you're killing time. Let's do this.
I
love pushing them.
Next year.
Push it out.
I don't feel like getting all over my toolbox over there.
Yeah, fair enough. Are we pushing?
Just to get the exhaust out. Ready?
Extension cord we're gonna.
About to find out.
Right,
It's an Optima. You're golden.
Lights are bright.
Didn't hear any clanks, so that's good.
You got the exhaust hooked up?
Yep.
It'll still be loud as hell.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say because, okay, hang on. There we go, now you're good. I think you're good.
Okay. Okay, we're ready. Yep.